G'day there guys, the beard is finally gone and so is my dignity. It's Markee here, back at it again with another episode of r/Am I the A-hole? Now if you love today's episode, tell me what you think about it down in the comments below, chuck a like on the video, a prawn on the Barbie, and let's get to it. Posted by user Kalinigradrus, titled, "Would I be the a-hole if I refused to go on vacation with my girlfriend and her family because I kept being asked to watch her nephews last time?" So my girlfriend, her family, siblings, cousins, nephews, grandparents, parents, etc., and long-term significant others or husbands, etc., have a yearly tradition where the grandparents rent an enormous lakeside house or villa and invite everyone to come. It's in a great location and obviously costly as hell. Now, here's the issue. I've been with my girlfriend for 2.5 years, so last time I got invited, it was honestly pretty nice. I got to meet a lot of her family and spend time with those that I already knew. But it soon soured for me at least. Nearly her entire family are women, apart from the few husbands and boyfriends, a lot of whom didn't show up. Most of the dads are no longer in the picture, grandpa died a few years ago, and no brothers. As a result, they wanted a few girls' nights. This translated into me and the 2 other guys there having to watch the kids. Now, to me this was extremely weird, but I made the best out of it. One guy immediately made himself scarce, and the other guy was helpful. We became great friends, and the kids had a blast. Regardless, spending 3 out of the 7 vacation days taking care of 4 6 to 11-year-old boys was not exactly my idea of a vacation. Well, I got invited again, and my girlfriend is all excited. The family are excited that I'm coming, they really liked me, and the kids are even more excited for me to come, but here's the thing, I don't want to go. I'm fine with my girlfriend going, but I'd rather go visit my parents, or just relax during my vacation. I have no interest in being a babysitter for half the vacation. You know what, I think that's fair. You did your duty on the first one, you made a good impression, and now you have good favor in the family. I would say you don't want to be used like a doormat again, and you don't want to make it awkward with the family. If they want someone to look after their kids, they can bring someone else in to professionally look after them. I know it's not realistic, but, you have your kids there. If you wanted 3 out of the 7 vacation days for yourself, you don't bring the kids with you for those 3 vacation days. Or you sort out suitable accommodation as a parent. OP is well within their rights to do it. If the family think he's an a-hole for doing that, maybe they need to check their priorities. And if the girlfriend thinks he's an a-hole for doing that, maybe she should then take those 3 out of 7 vacation days to babysit the kids, and he can have a girls' night with the rest of them. We'll see how that pans out. But regardless, not the a-hole. Not the a-hole for not wanting to go and be a babysitter, but you definitely should have a talk with your girlfriend about why you don't want to go. I'm sure she'll understand. It's a weird conversation to have. Also, I feel that I'll come across as a douche because at the end of the day, I do get invited on a free vacation. But for me, I like the kids, don't get me wrong. But I would rather spend a week gaming and drinking a bunch of beers on my porch with some pals than spend half of my vacation taking care of random kids. Due to the unusual mix of genders, with very few adults and all the children being male, you are getting a taste of what it's like to be a teenage girl on family vacations, guilt trip and all. So, as a former teenage girl in this situation, let me clarify a few things. 1. You aren't being given a free vacation. You have been invited to join family via your girlfriend, but the invitation is not sincere. They want free childcare, and are willing to pull a bait and switch to get it. 2. You are not wrong, douchey, or anything else negative for expecting or wanting what you were promised, which is a trip with your girlfriend and her family. 3. You are not wrong, douchey, or anything else to expect and want to enjoy those days. 4. The kids want to see you because they've likely been promised a fun weekend with Uncle Your Name, which will be used as ammunition if you balk at taking responsibility for them. You're disappointing them, etc. 5. If you decide to go, then make yourself scarce from the get-go. Do things with your girlfriends, plan and take time at the beach, lake, whatever. Physically remove yourself from the group and ignore their protests. If they plan a girls' night out, lock your door and don't answer. Definitely explain this to your girlfriend though. 6. If they deploy the kids to guilt trip you, be kind but firm and say, "Sorry buddy, this is my vacation, and Uncle Your Name needs a break. Go ask your parents for something to do." 7. If they say their parents sent them to you, and they will, continue to rebuff them saying, "Sorry, but they didn't ask me, and I have plans." And lastly, 8. If the adults press the point, and they will, as they have already decided that you are a key element of their vacation time, then you are going to have to stand your ground. Again, explain this to your girlfriend up front. "Sorry, but I came here for a vacation, and for time with girlfriends. Can't do that and watch your kids. You should have thought of childcare before you came." Sorry if that was long, I just thought it was really good advice. Posted by user, Am I the A-hole sinful boyfriend? Titled, Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend that his attempts at avoiding sin are hypocritical and he's actually sinning in a much worse way? My boyfriend is very religious. I too am religious, but I believe that faith is a personal choice that I shouldn't impose on other people. My boyfriend and I have very different ideas of what constitutes sin. I try to live my life according to what is written in the Bible, while he follows more obscure rules imposed by people in the church. For example, he believes not only is it a sin to work on Sunday, but it is a sin to cause other people to work on Sunday. Because of this belief, he refuses to go shopping or go out to eat on a Sunday. Although I don't hold that personal conviction, since it's important to him, I oblige when I'm with him. Recently, this conviction has become a bit more intense. He's been telling me not to online shop on a Sunday, even if I don't order anything, and that it's sinful to rent movies on a Sunday. I thought he was joking. We were going to watch the new Mulan movie, but when I went to rent it, he freaked out. He insisted we had to pirate it, since renting it would cause someone to work on a Sunday. Here's where I could be the a-hole. Instead of taking his concerns seriously, I laughed at him. I think weeks of being judged and nitpicked finally got to me, and then I pointed out that piracy is just stealing, which is in the 10 Commandments, and arguably a much worse sin than his made-up rules. I also pointed out that he had taken a shower today, used electricity, used the internet, which are all services that likely require people to work on a Sunday. I went on to say that according to my beliefs, I'm going to sin by stealing, so he was welcome to watch it with me, or he could go somewhere else. He went somewhere else and is currently not speaking to me. I feel a little bad, but also justified since his fake righteousness is driving me nuts. It's just the mind games you have to play with yourself to justify piracy over buying Mulan when it's a sin? It just really tickles me in a funny place, and I can't get over how funny that is to me. I don't know why he decided to have such a hard line on his religious beliefs, but more power to you, God is great. He's watching down on you. He's making sure that you're not going to pirate that Mulan, brother. More power to you. Amen, OP. Good job fighting the good fight, keeping your husband in line. Bless up, OP, not the a-hole. Edits. Wow, I really did not expect this kind of response at all. I'd like to thank you all for responding. I plan on showing this post to my boyfriend to hopefully help back up my case and perhaps to help me negotiate a compromise. Most of you were really kind and supportive, so thank you for that. To those of you writing less pleasant comments and calling me an idiot, I understand that religion is not for everyone. I'm just trying to do my best and live my life according to my moral convictions. That's really fair, I can't blame you for that. Keep doing you, OP, that sounds really wholesome. I'm very happy for you. Not the a-hole. The astronauts on the ISS can see the red flags your boyfriend is throwing around. You mean the sinners on the ISS who are currently forcing mission control to work on Sunday? I bet they don't even leave the station for church. Absolutely scandalous. By the boyfriend's logic, church should also be banned on Sundays. The pastor, choir, musicians, and Sunday school teachers all have to work. Makes you think, doesn't it? Not the a-hole. Sick burn, lol. He didn't have any argument to justify his behavior except the silent treatment and pouting? It's crazy the level of mental gymnastics OP's partner goes through. Seems like he just wants to control and feel superior to OP. And has absolutely no concept about computers, automation, or incremental costs. In other words, yes, people are probably working on Sunday to maintain the servers, but an order, especially of an electronic product, is 100% fulfilled by the computer/server, and it doesn't increase the number of people working on a Sunday. Not the a-hole, and you guys have fundamental differences in belief. That's a ground rule. You both might want to reconsider if you're right for each other. I second this. The amount of breakdowns in relationships I've seen over the years because of issues like this is unreal. Plus, what if he gets even more excessive with religion? And on top of this, he's now sulking instead of listening, learning, and communicating. This is juvenile behavior. To say this differently, you can be devout Christians and see religion very differently. That he would believe that making someone work on Sunday, and I'll argue that downloading a video on Sunday makes people work, justifies stealing, kinda floors me, but more importantly, floors you. Posted by user BeesBuzzin69, titled, "Am I the a-hole for outing my roomie's girlfriend's gross habit after she told my friend group I don't wash my hair?" This year, my roomie got a girlfriend. She was sweet at first, but that turned sour when I came into their room around 3 months ago after retrieving my sweats. He was doing laundry the day before she came over, and I had work that same day, so I asked him to add my sweats into his pile. I sometimes add my clothes into his, but nothing weird like underwear, just hoodies or sweats. She apparently got the wrong idea and began acting really passive-aggressive to me the following weeks after that. Up until our confrontation a month later, where she revealed that she thought it was real trampy of me to make her boyfriend wash my clothes and purposely plant it into his room to make her jealous. I shut her down real quick, and that stopped the catty remarks for a while. We moved on decently. She continued to come over like almost every day, but we never said a word to each other. She'll shoot me looks, but I ignored them. The more she got comfortable in the house, I noticed that whenever she would wash her or her boyfriend's dishes, she wouldn't scrub it. She only let the fudging water run until there wasn't any physical substance on the plate. It's disgusting! One of you left a shut in the toilet? Sorry. I noticed she did it a lot. I told Roomie about it, and he told me to stop being ridiculous, like what the F. He also told me, "Opie, I know my girlfriend doesn't like you and isn't the nicest person, but that doesn't mean you gotta get her back." And I knew it was helpless from then on. Yesterday we had game nights. It was me, my roommate, his cousin, my best friend, and my coworker. Turns out, Roomie invited his girlfriend without our permission. At that point, it was too awkward to say no because she was already there. So we just went on with it. So my coworker compliments my hair and says she's really jealous of it and would prefer it over her thin Asian hair. I say thank you, and Roomie's girlfriend scoffs loudly. My best friend asks her if there was a problem, and she said, "Yeah, you do know OP doesn't wash her hair right. She literally comes out with dry-ass hair. It's gross. She's gross." Everyone in the room is quiet, and all eyes are on me. At this point, I'm ticked the F off. I lost my temper and said, "You wanna know what's gross? You don't wash dishes for crap. You just let water run over them until there's no food on top. You don't even scrub it. Scared of a little soap?" And everyone starts laughing except for her and her boyfriend. She started crying and screaming at me like, "What the hell is wrong with you? You're so insensitive. You don't know I have depression. That's why I can't function right. You're making fun of medical illness, you bear." Cue the dramatic crying while leaving. Roommate runs after her, telling me to F off. I felt guilty after that point. Our friends tell me I did the right thing to defend myself, but roommate and girlfriend think I'm a monster who thinks mental illness is a joke. Again, we have another serious case of the mental gymnastics and the audacity of this bleh. Isn't it normal to not wash your hair? Like, you wash your body and you keep your hair dry for a few days and then you wash it. I feel like this woman is just missing some brain cells, because if she's washing her hair every day and she's not scraping her dishes, oh my god. Did she just sit in a cave and stare at the wall all these years you're supposed to be learning how to look after yourself? Because it really does seem like it. To me, it seems like the boyfriend went looking for a girlfriend, went cave diving and just dragged her out of it, because how the hell else do you describe these stupid beliefs that she has? And of course that leads me to the depression and mental illness. She didn't take a jab at her for that. This woman is just grabbing at straws and she's failing. So good on you, OP. Not the a-hole. That was well deserved. Not the a-hole. Mental illness isn't a reason to attack people, and it's not a shield to protect you from rightful retaliation. And while her dishwashing is actually gross, not everyone washes their hair daily. Mine would break off if I did. Mine too, plus it's thick, and I have a lot, so it takes a really long time to style. But that dish thing is lazy and nasty. I'm scared that my hair will just break if I wash it every day. It has been bleached to F, and has had every color of the rainbow in it, lol. Not the a-hole. Also, what kind of argument is, she comes out with dry hair? Has she never heard of a hairdryer? Also, as a person who suffered from depression for a long time, I always find it crappy when people suddenly use it as a weirdly convenient excuse when things don't go their way. Posted by user SkipUp169. Titled, Am I the a-hole for kicking out my family after they let my cat run away? So for some backstory, I, 25 male, have a cat called Star, and she's my best friend. But during this pandemic, my brother, 29 male, his wife, 25 female, and their daughter, their house was going under reconstruction, so I let them stay with me until it's done. It's been 5 months and it's been hell. Some of their actions they've done while staying with me. 1. Not cleaning up after themselves. 2. Never flushing. Never. 3. Expect me to cook. 4. Think I'm a babysitter and leave me with their child while they go out. 5. Lick my cat outside in rain. And 6. Let their child hit my cat. So, those are the main things they usually do. But what they did last week was unforgivable. Like I said, they lock my cat, I thought they licked it, outside while I'm at work, so when I come back home, it's curling up in my bed. Whenever I told them to stop, they would say that she was being annoying and that it scratches them while I'm away, but I've never seen any visible marks on them. So before they moved in, I installed cameras in the house because there were a few robberies in my area, so I wanted to be safe. So while I was at work, I happened to be looking on my phone and looked onto my security app for my cat, who happened to be locked outside again. So I called my brother for him to let her go back in, but he said once again she scratched her. I pleaded with him, but he said no, sadly, after arguing, and I went back to work because my lunch was over. When I got back home, 4 hours later, my cat didn't come to greet me, so I thought she was still locked outside. But when I got to my garden, I didn't see her, so I asked my brother if he saw her, and while looking me dead in the eye, he just said that she ran away and that they did nothing. I asked if he was sure, and he said that he saw her running down the road. Guys, I saw red. I shouted and cussed at him, saying how could he be so rude and stupid, and when his wife came down, I asked her, and she said the same thing as my brother, so I told them to get out of my house and to not come back. Recently, I've got calls from my parents saying how could I kick them out and how they did nothing wrong. Wow, they actually kicked it out and the cat ran away. And they're making you do all this stuff for their kid and being so inconsiderate of you? I'm genuinely surprised you didn't kick these people out sooner because God knows they deserve it. There's a certain place in hell for these people, and I'm glad that you kicked them out for them to go find it because they don't deserve to be living with you, that's for damn sure. OP, not the a-hole. Edits. Well guys, thank you for all your great words. I'm still looking for Star, but I've threatened legal action against my brother. Edit 2. This is going to be my last update because I found Star. Thank you all for your kind words and wisdom on how to find her. I put my t-shirts outside and it worked. Thank you everyone who helped me find her. But when I found her, she was covered in bruises and scratches. So for everyone who said to file a lawsuit, I am, and I won't need any help as my friend is a lawyer. Also, my cameras showed them driving off with my cat. Oh my god, that's even worse. Not the a-hole, just the not flushing alone would have made me boot them after a few days. But animal abuse? Nah, good riddance. They should have been treating your cat like royalty for the pleasure of taking over your house for 5 months. They sound awful. I hope you found your cat and she's okay. Yeah, like anything on that list would have been enough to get them kicked out. Not the a-hole, but you are a doormat. I can't believe you lasted 5 months with them, and they don't get to lock the cat outside. The first time it happened you should have discussed it with them, and the second time they are gone. Also, I don't believe for 1 second the cat ran away. I'd guess they gave it away or took it to the shelter. To be honest, I know this is harsh, but I think I'd go with everyone sucks here, purely because OP let them get away with treating the cat so poorly for so long. If the cat did actually run away and wasn't abandoned somewhere, then that's all on them. OP should have kicked them out before it came to this. Okay, and I think that's where we're going to end today's episode, guys. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it, and maybe even learned something from these stories. Just want to say a quick shout out to my Patreon subscribers and my channel members. You guys should be on the screen right now. If you do see yourself, I want you to give yourself a little pat on the back for being amazing and supporting me on this channel, this little journey we're going on the YouTubes. I really appreciate it, and you guys enabled me to do all this amazing work. So if you do see yourself, I love your face and I'm happy to see you. Also guys, if you want to pitch in your own support, you don't have to, but channel links are down in the description below to support the Patreon, the channel membership, whatever you want to do. It's kind of like tipping me if you feel like I'm doing a good job on this channel. I will be opening up avenues for content on those in the future. Just right now I'm kind of bogged down and stuck in Ireland, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway guys, with that said, I do hope you have a wonderful day today. Whatever you're up to, I'd love to know down in the comments below. I do hope you have a good day, night, sleep. Whatever you're up to today, tell me, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye.